Thank you, Cannes Film Festival and AI in Asia. This is the hottest topic today, AI and what is going to happen with the movie making with AI. So they asked me to do the keynote. Just a disclaimer. I've been asked to speak about 10 to 15 minutes on Indian culture today. Don't expect a dance or item number from me, please. Maybe, if the Q&A, depends upon how the Q&A goes. If I have to do it, I'll do it. Okay, so missing layer of intelligence. Now, before I talk, can we play the video? Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. So, last 30 years, we have seen search engines. Search engines domesticating us, indexing every search we do on the internet. That's what they're storing. Then comes social media. Social media has every behavior, every pattern. They capture what you do today. And we are addicted to social media. What the search engine did is indexing our content. What social media did is analyzing and storing our content. So they know everything. What in 30 years, in the last 3 years, was the rise of AI models, the LLMs we call it. What did LLMs do actually? They scraped all the data on the search engines, on the social media, converted into a chatbot, and gave us LLMs which can talk to us. This is the best thing which could happen to our generation in the last 50 years. What is LLM giving us? is giving us reasoning, language, intelligence, summary, predictability, and compressing your identity. I'm very grateful to the LLMs, especially, not only for the humankind, but for the business model. Every business model in the world without LLMs would be dysfunctional. Now, you have seen this show reel. Eros, 50 years, 40% market share in the last 50 years. If you take the top 100 blockbusters, I have a data, ever in the last 40 years, 36 blockbusters in the last 40 years belongs to Eros. So we have their data, we had everything. So I was just sitting with Ridhima and Manju at home 3 years ago. I said, it was Diwali time. I wanted to make the video of Goddess Lakshmi. In Diwali, everybody worships Goddess Lakshmi. I said, let's try and make the video. And to my surprise, the best technical quality of the video came from LLM. They gave me Goddess Lakshmi, but Goddess Lakshmi started dancing like Beyonce. That really made me think. Because LLMs have scraped the data. They have the intelligence. They have the technical quality. They can do everything. But they didn't have the cultural intelligence and how the culture thinks. Goddess Lakshmi is worshipped by 1.4 billion people across the globe. Now, that is a civilization. That is our culture. The training LLMs did, naturally, is on the search engines data, the scrape data, and the social media data, which doesn't teach them culture. And hence, the journey of Eros large cultural model started. Second example, I just want to give you. Let's assume there are a lot of Indians in this room. Which is the most famous dialogue today in Indian cinema in the last 50 years? I will just give you the context. So say, suppose if you go to an LLM and say, I want to recreate the scene of Sholay. Kitne aadmi the? Okay. The context, the whole Indian civilization, the mothers tell their sons, the babies, kitne aadmi the, gabbar aa jayega. It was terror. So the whole context, if you're going to pick up the intelligence from that scene, will be Gabbar Singh is a terror. Correct? Kitne aadmi the? What will LLM translate? How many people were there? That's what they were missing. Second, same dialogue, Diwar. Shashi Kapoor tells Amitabh Bachchan, mere paas maa hai. So you say, I have a mother. Everybody has a mother. That doesn't translate. So you cannot actually communicate that by using this model if you want to communicate. Now let's come to France. French. All the French guys. And excuse me if I don't pronounce it right because I don't know French that much. Baiser. As a noun is romantic love. But as a verb is the most hurtful word you can have. Or same thing, con in Paris and con in Marseilles is total different meaning. So same thing, Italian opera, Shakespeare in London, country music in England, in US, Indian culture. Every culture, every civilization is different. second thing after that was my dad taught me one thing: walk the path of dharma. Dharma is nothing else but righteousness. So when we started the journey of training the models, I didn't want it to scrape any data sets which didn't belong to me. So every scene has got images. Every images, then you've got voice, and then I've got video. I called up IIT Madras. IIT Madras was Kamakoti and the other professors were chosen by the Indian government in the India AI mission, because India, being such a diverse culture, wanted to have this AI to be cracked at a different level. So he loved the idea, and our Chennai team started training those models. Each and every scene, each and every image, each and every video. How do you sing? How do you say the dialogue? We started meta tagging and doing that. And that is the result today, what we are talking about. So, 50 years of cultural stewardship, 12,000 movies, 100,000 characters, 1.5 trillion tokens. So what is the future? Where are we going? I reckon that LLMs will keep on becoming more and more powerful. They are the best thing which can happen to the humankind. They will keep on giving us intelligence. They will keep us giving us scale. They will even tell you right or wrong. But there are two things which I am concerned about. The first one, I told you, is about the civilization and culture. So, the civilization and culture, every civilization and culture is different, and this is not competition with LLM. This is nothing to do with, in fact, LLM, the more better they become, the more better for us. This layer of cultural layers sitting along with the LLMs so that the models can be better. That's one. Second, I was talking about right and wrong. Now, does right, when you ask ChatGPT or Cloud or Gemini, is this right? I'm talking about righteousness. I'm not talking about right or wrong. See, the LLMs will give you a reply based on what information you are feeding him. It's not going to tell you whether it's righteousness or not. That righteousness will only come from the civilization and culture. That's second. And that's what makes your identity. Next slide. I promised everyone Q&A, otherwise, right?